today we'll go through a morning stretch, or a little bit of a morning flow, where we will go through our bodies, wake up our bodies and release tension after a long night's sleep. So yeah, let's get into it. We'll start in a seated position, so sit up comfortably, cross-legged. Your sitting bones are rooted down to your mat. You can have your hands on your knees and sitting up with a tall spine. And here you can either have your eyes open, like slightly, or you can keep them closed. So here we'll take a few deep breaths in. So breathe in through your nose. And while you breathe in, bring your shoulders up towards your ears. And on your exhale, sigh everything out from your mouth and release your shoulders down. Let's do one more inhale, drawing your shoulders in and up. And exhale, sigh it out through your mouth. Let's do one more of those. So inhale. And exhale, sigh everything out. Beautiful. You can keep your eyes closed here and tuck your chin in towards your chest. We're going to make small circles, so half circles. So shift your head towards your right, keeping your chin tucked in. So making like a half moon. So here you go from right to left, creating this half circle. And here you can go in your own pace, breathing in when you come to center. And breathing out when you come back to center. And we're just waking up our neck, releasing tension and stiffness. And it's very easy for us to store tension, store things that we don't really want, because we live in a world where we use screens a lot, we sit down a lot, and we can get really tense in our neck. Okay, so next time you're on your right side, we're going to continue the circle for a full circle. Be mindful here if you have a sensitive neck. So we go from right to the left, making a full circle. Next time you're in center, we shift towards the other side. So towards the right. Still sitting up with a tall spine. Shoulders away from your ears. Great, next time you're in center, you can come back, you can lift your head. So now you can blink your eyes open here. So place your left hand onto your right knee, coming back with your right hand behind you for a twist. So on your inhale, you want to lengthen your spine. And on your exhale, twist. So even if this is just a micro twist, it's just the sensation, the feeling of it. So inhale, lengthen your spine, and exhale, twist. Do one more here. So inhale, lengthen, and exhale, twist. Great. Now come forward with your right hand and place your right hand onto your left knee for a cross. So on an inhale, we're going to try to open up our chest here, even if we were a little bit restricted here. So inhale and try to open up your chest, gazing up, and exhale, rounding your spine, gazing in. Kind of like a cat-cow. Inhale, open up the chest. And exhale, rounding your spine. Let's do one more here. Inhale, open up the chest. And exhale, round. Beautiful. You can release your hands. Now placing your right hand on your left knee. Coming back with your left hand behind you. Inhale for length. And exhale, twist. Beautiful. Let's do one more. Inhale, length, and exhale, twist. So one more like that. So inhale for length, and exhale, twisting a little bit deeper. Great, now come forward with your left hand onto your right knee. Crossing your hands, inhaling, opening up the chest, gazing up. Exhale, rounding your spine, gazing in. Inhale, open up the chest, gaze up. And exhale, rounding your spine, looking in. Let's do one more round, so inhale, gazing up. And exhale, rounding your spine. Beautiful. From here you can release, and we'll come to a all fours position. So in your all fours, you want to have your knees under your hips and your shoulders over your wrists. And you want to spread your fingers wide. And here we go through a few cat-cows. So on our inhale, dropping your belly down and gazing up towards the ceiling. And exhale, rounding your spine, gazing in towards your chest. Inhale, dropping your belly down, gazing up. Exhale, rounding your spine, gazing in. Let's do one more round here. So inhale, dropping your belly down, gazing up. And exhale, round your spine, looking in towards your chest. Beautiful. Now come back to center. From here, on your next inhale, breathe in, reach your hand up towards the ceiling, your right hand. And exhale, thread your needle, so threading your right hand in towards your left, placing your right shoulder and cheek down to the mat. Either you stay here with your hand for support, you can also come forward on your fingertips, or reaching your right hip, or also thigh. We're staying here for a few breaths. Relax your jaw, relax your face. Just feel the sensation of this pose, of the twist, of what's happening in your body. Beautiful. Now place your hand back down if you moved it. And on your inhale, reach your right hand up towards the ceiling. And exhale, place it back down. Come back to center. Beautiful. Let's do the other side. So inhale, reach your left hand up towards the ceiling. And exhale, thread your needle coming down with your left cheek and left shoulder. Here you can keep your right hand as it is, or coming forward on your fingertips, or reaching back towards your left hip, or you can grab a hold, or trying to grab a hold of your left thigh. I'm feeling the sensation on this side. All our sides are always different. Maybe we feel different sensations. Maybe we feel more tension in some parts of our body that is different on the other side. Beautiful. Now you can release and placing your hand back down if you moved it. And on your inhale, reach your left hand back up towards the ceiling. And exhale, place it back down. So now you want to keep your hips over your knees. And here we want to walk our hands forward as far as you can. And then we want to melt our heart down towards the mat for puppy pose. And here you can place your forehead down to the mat. And if you are familiar with this pose, you can also place your chin down. This pose is very good for our posture. It is a heart opener. So when you feel that you are very much in your head, this is a great pose to come back to. Come back to your heart. Come back to your heart center. Great. Now you can mindfully, slowly come up and walking your hands back to tabletop. Great. Now come forward with your right foot. So we're coming into a low lunge. So here you can keep your hands down onto the mat. If you have a sensitive knee, you can grab a pillow or a blanket and place it under your knee. So either you stay here or you can come up onto your knee with your hands. for a little bit of a deeper twist. You can rock a little bit from back and forth. Great, now come back down with your hands. Move your right hand inside of your right foot and moving your right foot out to the side of your mat. Moving your toes out to a 45-degree angle for lizard. So either you stay here, or you can also come down to your forearms if that is an option for you, if it's in your practice. And either you can stay here, or you can also lift your knee. And here you really want to breathe into your hip. We store a lot of things in our hips, a lot of emotions, a lot of memories can be stored here. So if you lifted your knee, slowly place it back down, coming back onto your arms, coming back with your foot. And just for a counter pose here, we're going to come back and straighten your leg, flexing your feet and folding over here. Beautiful, now come forward, bending your knee. We're coming into a pigeon pose. So bending your knee or moving your right foot to the left. Maybe you can have it in a 90-degree angle. If not, you can bend it even more, however much you need. But we want to keep our right knee out towards the right side of your mat. So that's what we're aiming for. And here, you want to have a straight back leg, so it maybe gaze back and just sit up here. We don't want to fall into our hip, we want to keep them in a straight line. So here just finding our position. Maybe this is enough for you. You can also come down to your forearms if that's an option. And remember, we can always change. So maybe you want to try to come down, you can always come back up again. Or if it's more comfortable down here, that's also fine. You can make a pillow out of your hands and just relax. And also remember that uncomfort and discomfort is okay. We can always breathe through discomfort. We will probably always have discomfort during a class or in the posture, but we never want to feel any sharp pain or any tingling sensations. That is a sign from our bodies telling us to take a step back in the pose, or maybe coming out of the pose. Take one last deep breath in here. And slowly coming up, placing your hands back down, and coming back with your right knee for tabletop. Now let's shift sides, coming forward with your left foot for your low lunge. And maybe you stay with your fingertips or your hands down, or you can come up onto your knee with your hands. Remember, if you have a sensitive knee, you can place something under there. And this posture is great if we're sitting down a lot. Maybe we have a job or we're sitting down in front of a computer. This is good to do every single day, because this is the largest muscles in our body. So it can easily get tensed if we don't stretch it. Okay, now come back down with your hands, placing your left hand inside of your left foot, coming out with your left foot to the side of your mat, and also reaching your toes to a 45-degree angle, coming into lizard. So maybe this is enough. Maybe it's enough to stay here, just breathing in towards your hip. Or if it's an option, you can slowly, mindfully coming down onto your forearms. So either you stay like this, or you can also lift your right knee. And remember, you can also be here. We don't have to be on your forearms. Maybe you're here, rocking a little bit, some back and forth, or on your forearms. Breathing in towards our hips, where we store a lot. Great, now mindfully placing your knee back down, coming in with your foot. And for a counter pose, come back, straighten your leg, flexing your foot, and just exhaling, relaxing here. Just for a few breaths. Great, now come forward, bending your knee. You're coming into pigeon on this side. So moving your left foot towards the left side of your mat. And try to reach your left thigh towards the left side of your mat. And position your hips in a straight line. And maybe this is enough. Maybe this is where you want to stay. Or coming down on your forearms. And maybe all the way down. Breathing in towards your glutes. You want to feel it in this section of your body. Staying for a few more breaths. Great, now slowly, mindfully come back up, placing your hands, coming up, and coming back with your left knee. And from here we come down to a seated position, so come out straight with your feet, flexing your feet. And from here, slowly, mindfully, we're gonna roll all the way down to our mat. So vertebra by vertebra, coming all the way down. So here, you can draw your right knee in towards your chest, a little bit outside towards your armpit. Here you can make circles with your right ankle one way, and then the other. Great, now maybe you want to move your hips a little bit to the right side, grabbing hold with your left hand on your right knee, coming into a twist. And coming out with your right hand out to the side, and gazing towards your right hand. Now coming back to center, releasing your right leg out straight, drawing your left knee in towards your chest and out to your armpits, and make circles here with your ankle one way and then the other. Here maybe you want to move your hips towards your left, but grab a hold of your left knee with your right hand, come into our twist, and let your left arm come out straight, look towards that arm. You can also close your eyes. Beautiful. Now come back to center. And here you can draw both of your knees in towards the chest. Rock a little bit from side to side. Grabbing a hold of your knees. Massaging our lower spine. And we'll come into our final pose, happy baby. If there is anything else you would like to do, feel free to do so. Anything that's in your practice, maybe shoulder stand, headstand, anything that your body is craving. But for happy baby, you want to grab a hold of your outside of your feet, bending your knees, and still keeping our pelvis down to the floor, relaxing our shoulders so we don't tense them up. And maybe you want to rock a little bit from side to side. Really targeting our parasympathetic nervous system, which is rest and digest. And when you feel ready here, we're going to come to our final resting pose, Shavasana. Maybe you want to grab some socks or a shirt, sweater to keep you warm, maybe blankets, some pillows under your knees, just to make yourself as comfortable as possible. When you reach the mat, laying down on your back, you want to draw your shoulder blades in towards each other, letting your arms come out wide, either placing them down towards the floor for a more grounding posture, or up towards the ceiling for receiving energy. Letting your feet come out wide to your mat, taking up space here. Now there's nothing left for you to do but to relax, but to just take in the practice, letting your mind, your body, your soul relax. Maybe you feel like staying here in Shavasana for a little longer. But if not, you can start to move your fingers and your toes. And slowly your wrists, your ankles. Maybe rocking your head from side to side. Just waking up our bodies again. Maybe you want to make it a stretch, making yourself long, just like you're waking up again in the morning. And when you feel ready, you can draw your knees in towards your chest. Maybe rocking from side to side, massaging our lower back once more. And slowly coming to one side, either left side or the right. Left side standing for letting go, or right for a new beginning. And slowly, when you're ready, you can come back up to a seated position. You can keep your eyes closed, sitting up in a cross-legged position with a tall spine, rolling your shoulders up and back, placing your hands in your lap or onto your knees. Now you can come together with your palms in front of your chest and just feel gratitude for your body for making it to the mat today. Maybe bring a smile to your lips. So thank yourselves. And I thank you for joining the class today. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining the class. I hope you have a wonderful day.